compass is driving me so wild. All in steel with all my might. Just tell my next of kin I lost my way while I was trailblazing. Now there's a station to my left, there's a racing track below me. Now without a turn to going round and round. Yeah, there's a burning in my eyes. Maybe I should sleep, but I just need one more run, just one more run tonight. One more run tonight. All in steel, it feels so light. Give me your composites or you will surely die. All in steel, right through the night. Just tell my next of kin I lost my way while I was trailblazing. All I wanna do is pick up a load, press SCO, take it home, and do it all again. That's all. Fill my hose, fill it full. Yeah, take my shields, squeeze it in. I just wanna play, so I could build an office if I never left. This damn house I set up is glued to me, and yes, I need a bio break, but I just can't stand up. Who needs that dignity when I can have a station of my own? One last time, all in steel, most every night. I can't find those composites, it's driving me so wild. All in steel with all my might. Just tell my next of kin I lost my way while I was trailblazing. Now there's a station to my left, there's a racing track below me. Now without a turn to going round and round. Yeah, there's a burning in my eyes. Maybe I should sleep, but I just need one more run, just one more run tonight. One more run tonight. One more
was overseeing the delivery of some slaves to the starport in Exios, and a cleaning robot had just washed the floor, but not left a warning sign. I had to run after a slave that was escaping, and I slipped and fractured my wrist. I was delayed for 10 whole minutes while the Medicomp repaired the damage. My time is billable. Can I get compensation?
Yes, you can.
I was on a regular trading run back to Sol, and it was my job to repaint the outside of the ship. I was given the wrong kind of EVA clamps. Nothing bad actually happened, but it did give me a fright. Can I get compensation?
Yes, you can.
I was checking some robots through customs when I distinctly heard an official call the robots clanks. I was deeply offended, even though I'm not a robot myself. That's their word. You're not allowed to use it. Can I claim for moral outrage?
Yes, you can. At Cowell and McGrath, we are now taking any kind of legal action. No case too small, no justification too frivolous. If you've been lightly inconvenienced, embarrassed, or in any way put out, then someone should be made to give you money. Don't be a stupid clank.
Excuse me?
Cowell and McGrath, taking on any case, playing the percentages.
Some ships don't feel the same. Some fights always go one way. Core Dynamics, bringing you strength, power, and performance. The chance to fight the good fight and to destroy the competition. From the Eagle to the Federal Corvette, we can offer you an advantage in every skirmish, every battle, and every single fight. Because we know how to win every time. For the Federation.
Lave Radio, transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
So far below everyone that I knew, I can hold in one eye, gazing down at your lights. We were born so bright for so many years. I turned away from the rush and the hum. Oh, the black has become my sole solitude, my safety net I cast so far from view. But I dream to be not so far away somehow. Your warm embrace, can my friendship light a path? So come to me now, everyone that I knew. I will hold in one eye, gazing round at your lights. You were born so bright, looking through these tears. This distant world keeps changing. I found myself just waiting. I need those hearts. holding hands, we know how to travel free. So far in the night, oh, we move like a dream on the edges of sleep, hearing laughs in my ears and a warmth around me that's oh so clear. Once I stood here feeling oh so very small. Now together we become much more as we fly and we glide into the night. Oh, as we try, shall our friendship light a path? Those distant walls grow closer as we leap on together. My friendship drive is charging, lighting up the night. This distant feeling's falling. I'm with the best ones calling. We know the only way is together in this night. This distant world keeps changing. I find myself just waiting. I see those hollow squares around me in the night. This distant world keeps growing. Together we are flowing. Wrapped in our friendship drives, we blink into the night.
Hello and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders.
Greetings, Commanders.
The show that talks about the universe of Elite
and the development of the computer game Elite 4, known as Elite Dangerous.
and the fantastic
Community that surrounds it.
Broadcast from the current Sidewinder and hosted by a vending machine technician.
A place of nonsense and innuendo for forum dads.
A self-contained podcast 2 hours long.
Transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
It's even louder than me.
The hottest show this side of Dizzo.
The name of the place,
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Radio.
Greeting, Commanders, and welcome to episode 578 of Lave Radio, the show that talks about the universe of Elite Dangerous and the fantastic community that surrounds it. I'm your host, Commander Phoenix to Fire, otherwise known as Colin Ford, Chief Archivist of Lave Station, and joining me in the Orange Sidewinder bar for this episode, we have our SRV Banksy, that would be the lovely Commander Alec Turner.
Hello, hello, evening all.
We have our Head of Health and Safety, Commander Idlevice, otherwise known as Ben Moss Woodward.
I'm missing my slots.
Okay. And of course, our staff liaison officer, Commander Psychit, otherwise known as Claire.
Hello. I'm sorry if you hear barks. There is a dog literally sat behind me and I can't get him to leave this room. So it's just going to happen.
Sorry about that. Well, if you wish, you can join us live. We're hanging out in game in open. Ben is on Distant Worlds, and the Chris Mark IV is hanging out in Lave Station. If you can't get to us in game, you can join the Twitch chat channel, which you can access through laveradio.com/live. Click on the live chat, or go straight to twitch.tv/laveradio, or look us up on YouTube because we're broadcasting there as well. I will wave sarcastically at everybody at Twitch chat. There you go. This is me describing me sarcastic waving. So let's quickly go around the crew, see what they've been up to for the last week. I think we'll start with Ben this week, shall we?
Yeah, I've been game-wise. I've been largely dealing with the Drug Empire, playing Schedule 1 with my brother-in-law. And I'm finding I'm really loving the automation that this drug dealing game gives you to basically automate your entire process. And yeah, I'm quite enjoying that. I also managed to so jumping into cooking things, I managed to basically rip my thumbnail off whilst making vegetable soup. Don't ask me how, I've got no idea. I was just chopping a potato, chopping turnip, and I somehow managed to ram my thumb into my turnip.
Well, that's what she said.
And then the next day I was like, shit, that hurts. And then I looked down and I'm like,
my lord.
yeah, and then I looked down and I'm like, half my nails in my turnip, the other half's on the floor, and I've got blood pouring out everywhere.
Jeez.
But that's going to crimp into my Spider-Man playing. Because I really, really wanted to play, or to finish, Spider-Man Miles Morales, so I could get into starting on Spider-Man 2. But when your right hand button mashing thumb is bollocksed, it's not really wanting to do button mashing no more. So I'm doing things that are easy on my fingers at the moment.
Edelweiss vegetarian soup for you all, with added
blood.
Edelweiss.
Special.
Yes.
We got any special, sir? We got special.
Oh my
today.
god!
No. Any blood that was involved was rinsed off. I haven't added extra iron to the soup.
Yeah, he's done his
Even if I had
stuff for everyone.
Even if I had it's all organic, isn't
it? Technically, if your kids ate that, would they be cannibals?
No, let's not do this.
I bet every single one here has cut themselves and then sucked the blood.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I must admit I've never done that to anybody else.
Although no turnips were involved, I hasten to add.
No turnips were involved. So there we have Edelweiss, the Baldric, the Baldric cooking capabilities of Lave Radio.
The soup was nice.
Alec,
the crunchy bits.
Have you finished, Ben? Are you going to horrify us with anything more?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, at least you haven't had another bike accident.
That is true.
From me is saying something. Oh, right. Okay, off to a good start this week then. Alec?
Yeah, I like the question on the end of that. I have not put any bits of myself into any kind of stew or soup-based products this week. I've got new broadband. I suppose that's my most exciting story. The bad news was that I I waited in all day Friday for the OpenReach guys to turn up. I had a morning appointment from 8 till 1, I think it was the slot. I was literally at the window at 8 o'clock because I was sort of quite excited, and by 2 o'clock I'd given up, and I think they finally turned up at about 3. It was quite a nice guy actually. He was very apologetic, and it was fascinating. I mean, he did initially want to put a hole in my living room from the front garden, which is useless because there's no power there, there's no computer there. I did not want it there at all.
No.
So I managed to persuade him to use the overhead line that we've got for our old phone line, which he went along with. He sort of said, "Yeah, sure, okay," which I was really surprised at. But it's fascinating watching him do an overhead line, like carefully look up and down the road for traffic and sort of lay it across the road, and then rush up a ladder and pull it tight so that before any vans come past and that sort of thing. And what was really fascinating was see how they do a bit of cabling inside, fiber optic, and then they have this cable outside, and then they had to connect the two. And he had this amazing device that all comes in like a James Bond suitcase, which is the splicing device, and it's basically a fusion splicer which splices the two ends of fiber optic together. But because I sort of knew this, but it was fascinating to see it. He was showing me all this stuff. Fiber optic cable is literally the size of a human hair. It's outrageous. All that data and so little substance to it. So this splicing device has all these clamps, and then it has an X-ray. It's got built-in X-rays so that you can line up the two sides of the splice, and then it does some fusion thing and fuses it all together. It's really cool. But yeah, $6,000 apparently those fusion splices cost. If anyone was thinking of getting themselves a broadband optical fiber fusion splicer, cool bit of kit. And yes, I now have new full fiber broadband. Not very exciting numbers. People always get excited and go, "Oh, what's your numbers? What are your numbers?" And
Instantly
frankly,
straight to speed test.
well, I did, but I've always thought it's ludicrous. Like my previous
Ludicrous
broadband,
speed.
yeah, my previous broadband was 32 megs per second, which would allow 3 of us to stream HD movies simultaneously. So it's like I don't need anything faster than that. That's the highest bandwidth thing we need, and it works perfectly. So I just sort of went with their 25 quid a month. I think it's 145 megabits, but they go like 300, 600, 900, and I'm thinking, who the hell? I'm sure there are people in the audience that will immediately tell me why they need 900 megabits a second, but it seems ludicrous to me.
I don't know the throughput rate, but I do know that 4K streaming 4K is basically why you want this.
Right, fair enough. I tend not to bother with 4K. I just watch HD.
I figure I've got a 4K TV. I'm damn well going to watch 4K.
I don't know if you get this, Ben, and it may not necessarily be 4K. I
Yeah.
certainly saw it. I remember when I went to the cinema to see The Hobbit in what's it called? HDR? Is that the thing? Is that what I mean?
No idea.
Does it-
Anyway,
But anyway,
in some fancy format.
there's a weird thing that happens with super ultra high quality where suddenly, to me, it actually, and to my wife as well, it no longer looks like a film. It breaks the fourth wall somehow, and it feels like I'm watching
I
a
know what you mean.
documentary.
I know exactly what
It
you
looks
mean.
too real,
It's
yeah.
so weird. I hate it. I
Mm.
don't want that. I think it's awful. I hate it.
Okay, so you just need 5 pints before you go see a film.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just blur it a bit or put some gauze. I don't know. Anyway, so that was real life, and then it was of course DW3 Waypoint 14. So one more to go. So loads more racing. We had a fantastic 135-kilometer long rally designed by Commander Greaves, who's been designing all the SRV races. They've all been really short up to now, and I think his idea was let's string everything we've learned together and give people a real test. And it was super cool because loads of people did it. I mean, it's not quite Dracula Rally, but it felt like that. It was grueling stuff, but loads of people did it, so it was really good fun. And there was also this wonderful SRV race. It had a rather unsettling title of "Prick Your Belly." with a spin on acupuncture, but basically it was like Odyssey has these sort of quite pointy mountains. These weren't stupidly pointy, but it was a range of mountains that were all quite peaky.
Yeah.
And the race was rather beautiful because it was really compact and small, but basically you started in a little sort of flatbed at the bottom, and you had to climb and sit on top of 5, 6 different peaks, and put your handbrake on when you're on top to trigger the waypoint. And what I really loved about it was that it was all about sort of learning the physics of how far the SRV can jump, or what paths can you drive up and what paths can't you drive up. It was fascinating to just do it over and over again and learn the route. I really enjoyed that one. Anyway, yeah, one more week of racing next week, and then it's all over, and we'll be back in the bubble, kind of. I mean, Sagittarius, but apparently that's almost back in the bubble for these explorer types. So
there is going to be the carriers are moving on to.
Yes,
to
I'm
the bubble
joking
from the 19th.
slightly. It ends at Sajay, but I gather there are carriers that will
Yeah,
bring
but
you back home.
I'm not wanting to joke about that because I've heard people saying similar things and not
Yeah,
joking
fair
and
enough.
being
Yeah, good
pissy
point.
about it.
Yeah, no, you will be able to get back. Yeah, there's no way I'm flying back from Sajay. I've done that. I've been there, done that. I don't want to do that again.
So many times we've done that. We've done that time trial. I'm
Yeah.
good, thanks.
Yeah, that's me.
But well, that brings us on to Psyche.
Hi. It was my birthday on Thursday. It was nice. It was nice. I already told you what Chris has bought me. Chris bought me the I don't want a lot of shit anymore for my birthday. I'm quite happy getting a card and stuff, but I do really like Lego. So Chris bought me the Japanese landscape painting, which has now gone up on the wall. I made it on Friday on stream. It's now gone up on the wall and it's bloody lovely. It really is a stunning piece of artwork. I showed it. I FaceTimed my mum and I showed it her and she went, "What's that? It's really pretty." And I went, "It's Lego." And she went, "No," which was very fun. It's always very fun when I show my mum Lego that doesn't look like Lego or it is Lego. I love building stuff. I've been adding things to my pin collection. I recently changed my backdrop on stream. It's like the only bit of the house that gets decorated is my the thing that is behind me when I'm streaming, and I've now got all of these like hexagons, like the foam hexagons, the noise cancelling. Just turns out that they're really good for putting pins in as well. So I've got this N7 pin that's sitting right above my shoulder, and then I'm populating the whole wall with extra pins, which is really fun. And it's again something that I can collect that isn't going to just sort of like gather dust in my house somewhere. It's actually going to have a place on or somewhere to go. So that's really, really fun. I'm rapidly expanding my pin collection with cool like nerdy D&D shit and space stuff. And the back along I went to a little while ago. I say a little while ago, over 2 years ago now. I went to no, it was a year ago because it was when Crispy was here. We went to the Frontier offices and we weren't expecting anything, and they gave us this goodie bag. And I shit you not, these goodie bags had so many of their Planet Coaster pins that they took to Gamescom when Planet Coaster was announced. So I've got all of them in the wall. I found all of them and I was like, "Oh, they'll do. They'll go in the wall." And there's loads of I've just been finding all of these extra pins that I've had in my house, and anytime I go anywhere now I'm like, "Oh, what pins do they have? What can I use?" So that's been like an added bit of fun for me. What else have we been doing? I had to I'm a little bit wired today because I don't have a regular sleep schedule for multiple reasons, chronic pain being a big underlined one of them, but multiple reasons I don't have a regular sleep schedule. And for the last 2 days, in the ongoing saga of the problems with the electronics in our car, for the last 2 days, between 3 and 4 a.m., this in the morning, obviously 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning, the car alarm has gone off both days. And luckily it's fine because jokes on the car, I hadn't even got to sleep yet, so it's not a problem. But this morning I had a new mattress delivered, and they gave me the perfectly wonderful time for a delivery slot, a lovely 2-hour time delivery slot between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., which is fine if you're a regular human with a regular sleep schedule and time where you have to get up during the day. But for me, I was like, I got to 9 o'clock and I said to Chris, I need a nap. I need a nap. I'd had like 2 hours sleep by that point. I was really struggling. Gameplay wise, games that I've been playing, I'm still plodding on with my Andromeda Insanity Run. Mass Effect Andromeda and Insanity Run. I'm at the point now where I've crossed that bit where the enemies are getting harder and harder and I can't get the upgrades for it. So it's like the parabola of difficulty is evening out. It's the best bit. It's the best bit when you can hone your weapons and your skill set. And I just hit like Infiltrator 6 on the skill set, like maxed out that, so I'm good to go. And I'm gonna try and get a couple of other achievements in this one, but I'm not that worried. I'll probably do one last run, but do it on super easy mode and just do it looking for achievements and stuff, and then I can put Andromeda to bed and go back to just playing the normal Mass Effect run, which I'm sure you know stuff about, Colin. I've done a bit of more stuff with Lego for stream things. And I've done some more station rescues. On my birthday I did more station rescues, which was really fun too. I hope if they do come back as part of the BGS, I hope there's a nice balance between mass transit and like a medium transit mission, and then I will be a happy bunny. But aside from that, that's been my gameplay. Made a bit more progress in Ethos, and I was going to play like different games for the rest of the week, but I realised there's a game that I've been really waiting that has come out now, so I'm going to be playing that for the rest of the week. That game is Call of the Elder Gods, which is a sequel to Call of the Sea. Yeah, sequel to Call of the Sea. It's a Call of the Elder Gods. It's like one of those point and click puzzle adventure, vaguely kind of games. Right up my alley, and got a bit of a cosmic. Call of the Elder Gods, of course, it's got a bit of a cosmic horror to it, but that's kind of been my week. It's been a fun week. It's been good. I'd love a bit of sleep though. That'd be great. But what have you been up to, Colin?
Not much actually. A lot of. I think I gave up on the CG on Thursday night and went, right, okay, that's me done. And I thought, well, it's about time to carry on with my Mass Effect playthrough. And basically, I think I've overdone it, to be honest. Even on Saturday, I think I played that game for 14 hours straight. Yeah, so that was. I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't had the opportunity to do that in a long time. So yeah, I'm now about halfway through Mass Effect 3, having been about halfway through Mass Effect 2 on Friday night. And yes, so I'm enjoying that. I've just had to fight something here, which I'll probably have to talk about in a minute. Yeah, that's been about it really, as far as game. Hey, it's fit. My son comes downstairs and hears me in my N7 hoodie playing the N7 game. And he's looking at me going, "Are you all right, Dad?"
That seems like a perfectly reasonable thing for you to do, Colin. I've seen no problem with this.
And I turned around and look at the amount of figures that he's painted, and I went, I could ask you the same. Yes. I had to go down to the Warhammer shop early to get his monthly mini. So, yeah, not saying he's got into it, but wow. Right.
It's nice for him to have a hobby, Colin.
I am not. It's his painting technique is absolutely amazing, and I'm jealous because I've never been able to have the patience to do it myself. I'm going to get him to do some of my ships next. Right. Right. Well, development news. What has been happening this week? Well, the devs haven't said anything, but I don't know about anybody else. But I just had to download a new launcher.
There was a launcher
Yeah,
update a little
they
while
announced
back.
that like a was it a week ago?
Was
or
it
something like that? Maybe we
Thursday?
missed it on the last show. There was a new launcher. Yes, you're quite right.
Yeah, because I didn't. I've been using this launcher for absolutely ages, and then all of a sudden it said, "Nope, new one."
Yeah, no, there was a new
Interesting.
one.
Have you got the sort of raw Frontier install rather than Steam or anything, then, Colin?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's one of my installs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same here. So when they did the original launcher update like a month ago or so, I think I commented on the show. I foolishly ended up seeking it out and installing it explicitly, which was a
That was-
mistake because it just made the launching of the game much slower. But they
Yeah.
have just released a fix for that, so maybe that's
Yeah,
what
it
you
was on
picked up.
Thursday that came out. There was an announcement about it. It was a brand new update. It's vastly improved
Yeah.
across the board loading
Good.
times.
I mean, personally, never had a problem with it, but that's because I'm on really, really fast internet, I suppose, Alex.
Yeah, I guess they've just taken out the option to download and quietly install a 500 gigabyte AI model on your computer without asking.
It definitely wasn't anything to do with I chose to ignore that. It definitely wasn't anything to do with like internet speeds and stuff because mine was taking 3 minutes to load. So it was about bonkers.
It was. Yeah, well, the version that I've got is 1.7.7036.1. That's the one it insisted having. And oh, look, there it is. Steam's at it now, and so is Epic. So
Yeah.
if I start interrupting, it's probably because of that.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a good. It's certainly a good update.
Yeah. So yeah, we will. I hope everybody's up to speed with that. And that's been about it so far this week.
Oh,
Really.
there is something else. There was something else that dropped today. It wasn't mentioning it's Frontier news more than sort of development news. There was a financial report thing. I don't know where I'm even going to be able to find the link for that. I'll put it in the show notes, but it was like an interim financial
Yes,
bit,
I
wasn't
remember.
there?
Elite itself is not mentioned. However,
No.
it did say that Jurassic World 3 has helped
Mhm.
Frontier to get its highest revenue in years. I think it's 107 million.
103. I've got it in front of me.
Was it 103? Right.
Yeah,
It was
it's
100
above the
something.
previous guidance. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Frontier are back on the up and up. So yeah, keep on buying your skins and your Dodecs then.
I mean,
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But in the meantime, I will hand over to Alec for the community news.
And now, to the community coroner.
It's a dead game, innit, mate?
Okay, who would like to talk about Operation Warbucks, or I can just read the copy? No, right. I'll just read the copy. The copy says Operation Warbucks starts on Friday. This will be the 6th Operation Warbucks and is an international Elite Dangerous community event to raise funds for cancer charities across the world, with 36 Twitch streamers streaming over 4 days. This year, we are supporting the American Cancer Society for the USA, St. Columba's Hospice Care for the UK, the Cancer Council for Australia, Rack and Roll for Poland, Blood Cancer NZ for New Zealand, and the Terry Fox Foundation for Canada. Come and join us to help make a difference and help fight cancer. You can catch us on Twitch, and if you can support the streamers and charities they are raising for, that would be cool. And I guess we'll have a link in the show notes. Cool.
eventually.
Eventually. Good. Yes. I believe that was the thing. What was the catchphrase? Eradicoiding cancer, which I liked a lot last week. Right. Next up is yes, we have a new record, which I happen to spot. This is quite a big one. So, which way round shall I do this? Let me do this the other way round. People may recall quite some years, a couple of years ago now, I think, Commander Deluvian, who by no means the only person who's crazy enough to do this, went all the way across the galaxy to the farthest system you can jump into, Simota's Beacon, and then kept going in Supercruise for days and days and days. In fact, I've got the figures here somewhere. They travelled in Supercruise for a further 25 days or 600 hours of real life flying time in Supercruise, and then ran out of fuel and had to be rescued by the fuel rats. That was a story from many years ago. Anyway, that distance record has been broken again. So the previous record was held by Vivian Heliat, who set a record in a Type 9 of 65,926.34 light years from Sol. That record was set on the 19th of Feb 3308. And Commander Enigmont has just set a new record of the beautiful round number of 66,000 light years. They did that on the 7th of May 3312. Well, I say did, completed it. I assume they also had multiple hundreds of hours in Supercruise to get there. They were flying a Panther Clipper called Ad Inanis, accompanied by 2 additional Panther Clippers, I think flown by Alts. So I think this was all done by Enigmont. Some of the previous records have been teams. And basically the way it works is, I mean, the Panther Clipper's stuffed full of fuel tanks, if people hadn't guessed already. And basically you fly one of them a long way out, and then you fly another one to that one and refuel it and fly it even further out. And then the third one, which is your distance runner, stops at both of them and refuels at both of them and goes for the record. So it's quite a feat. Enigmont did sort of post some pictures of sort of spreadsheets, which I couldn't actually see. They were a bit blurred because there was so much detail, but what they did give is a sense that a huge, vast amount of planning went into doing this in terms of fuel consumption and time and distance and yes. And there's also quite a funny video, I think, somewhere in the burr pit, or maybe linked from there, probably linked from the forum thread that we're going to include in the show notes. It's one of those galaxy travel videos that you can download from Ed Astro that shows you jetting around the galaxy, and it basically shows Enigmont going backwards and forwards to Simota's Beacon with Panther Clippers, and then the big the giant fuel tanks that you can get. Yes, he says he travelled 400,000 light years in 1 week just to get the ships to Simotas and hightail it back to get the Mark II cargo racks. So yeah, quite the achievement. Right, next up, and another bit of news from Project Galtia, who get back to us occasionally. This is the big colonization project to sort of create a second bubble. And they have set a record as well. They've set a record for the fastest Tier 2 primary dodecahedron build,
Wow.
which they completed in 47 minutes and 53 seconds. So that is situated...
A dodec?
A dodec, yes.
Holy shit!
Tier 3 primary dodec in 47 minutes and 53 seconds.
That is, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's almost 10,000 light years from Sol. And in fact, one of the heavy haulers on the team had a power outage, and if that hadn't happened, they reckon they would have done it in 30 to 35 minutes. Anyway, we'll include a post to the Project Galtia website. And there's also, so GF Jake, who was sort of kind enough to pop in and tell us about it, said, so this does mean that the primary dodec for Ridorana is now completed and construction on the super hub has begun. I'll make an announcement very, very soon when we formally open the area for colonization with enough goods to sustain a heavy colonization rush. This is the first super hub of its type in the Norma Expanse. And we have many interested groups such as the System Colonization Contractors Network, Raven Colonial Corp, and New Eden. And there's also a video of that, I think, of the 47-minute build taking place. It's not a very exciting video, but if you want to watch that
Wow.
build happening in real time, there's a video of it. So
That is
yeah,
impressive. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
cool.
that is just.
It's amazing. It's amazing what people will do. Right, the next one, it just follows on really from. So last week, I think I was mentioning about the void hearts, which are only in like one system or two systems in the galaxy, and amazing things to go and see. It turns out, I thought I'd seen it all, and I often see questions on the forum of people going, "Have we seen it all? Have we discovered it all?" I don't know if you've seen all of these, but I wanted to shout out a couple of videos. I've discovered a fantastic new video series by Inf Whale. So there's like, I think part 11 dropped today. A whole bunch of the original parts, I think parts 1 to 5 were actually hosted by a Scorpius, which I hadn't spotted those. But I'm sort of shouting out, there's part 9 I saw, and then later on today, the part 10 must be floating around, and I watched part 11. Part 9 is Gaia Trees, and part 11 features the Stolons. I'd sort of seen Gaia Trees, I suppose, in screenshots. I'm not convinced I'd ever seen Stolons. These things are incredible, and these videos just highlight them so well. They're really cool videos that show, quite often in these notable stellar phenomena, as well as the main kind of star like the Gaia Trees or whatever, there's also often little things as well floating around in the same way that you get amoebas and things floating around in some of the more common NSPs. They're just stunning. People have got to watch at least these two videos, and I would suggest the whole series. They're terrific videos. And also, just to mention, actually, there's a nice comment on I think it was part 9 in the description of the video that I saw, that the music is currently AI, but there's a nice message saying that if anyone feels up to the challenge of collaborating and providing music to go along with these films, please do get in touch. And yeah, these videos are fantastic. So if there are music makers out there that want to get involved, then contact Infwhale, who I think is probably in our chat I saw earlier. Right, so yeah, fantastic videos. Speaking of Distant Worlds 3 and sort of amazing sites, there's a couple of other videos. Just quickly shout out. Giuseppe's World has done Elite Dangerous Distant Worlds Legacy Tour Volume 2, which has got some fantastic visuals, and I also spotted one called Vestige of Teal Nebula by Loloff Gaming, which is also Distant Worlds 3 coverage. Lots of really amazing sites, beautifully captured by these people. Still on the subject of Distant Worlds, don't worry, it's only one more week of this, then I'll get off this subject. But there were some more mass jumps this weekend, and those have been beautifully captured in a couple of videos I wanted to shout out. One by Siegefried Origin called Mass Jump Waypoint 14, and another by Boku Fish, Mass Jump 2026. These are really short; they're like a minute long. So if you haven't got time for watching some of these other videos, then just give those a quick look, because these mass jumps are always spectacular. Right, last thing I wanted to shout out was from Dimebot Gaming, who I've shouted out quite a few of Dimebot's videos. I really like this one. It's a real back to basics tutorial. So we all know this stuff, but I must confess I still get a kick out of watching these sort of things. And if there are new Elite Dangerous players listening to us, or Elite Dangerous players, or you see them on the forum going, has anyone got a real back to basics flight tutorial, then I think this is one of the better ones I've ever seen. It's flight tutorial, takeoff, supercruise and landing, stop crashing your ship by Dimebot Gaming. And they really nicely cover what 6 degrees of freedom is, and they sort of demonstrate all that, and then they go through takeoff and normal flight and supercruise and hyperspace jumps and the 7-second approach and all of that good stuff in really nice detail. They cover like pretty much everything I could have thought of to mention. So yeah, really, really good, thorough basics if you know anyone that's just picked up the game and doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, and that's it. That's this week's Community Corner.
Right. Excellent. I do apologize. For some reason, my Google has just started loading automatically in incognito mode for some reason. But no idea why. It's yes. If you have a community event taking place soon and you'd like us to shout about it across the airways, tweet the crew at Lave Radio or email us at info@laveradio.com or drop us a suggestion in the Community Corner channel on our Discord, or Alec will hunt you down. I think you need more menace.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to work on that. You sort of feed me that line every week, and I always think I should have prepared something.
Some kind of evil laugh, some kind of give it Dr. Evil, see how you get on.
I'll work on it.
Okay, I think someone give Alec Dr. Evil lessons then. Right, the inner game events. What has been happening this week? Well, there's been a couple of things. The first thing, it was announced on Thursday. This came as a complete surprise to me personally, and to quite a lot of doubters on the forum. The Dodecs station enters full production. So this effectively means, yeah, you can actually start building Dodecs without having to shell out any arcs, even though the Dodec was on half price last week. Yes, so this was quite controversial because originally they had no plans to release the Dodec into the game for without arcs, and then they changed their mind quite rapidly, if I remember rightly.
I think the community were fine and reasonable with it, though, weren't they? Well, we were all really, really perfectly fine, and none of us had a problem with them putting something permanently behind a paywall.
No, I do believe you run out of pitchforks.
I mean, we couldn't print them fast enough. Let's be honest.
Incidentally, last week's I think it's last week's Burr Pit Witch Space News is very funny on the subject of the community original reaction to the Dodec. I recommend it.
I know. Yeah, I mean, even up to last week, there were when the links came out, there was all these people on the forums complaining, yeah, we've got a new ship, but we still haven't got the Dodec yet.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know, and it's sort of there going, well, we can just say, you lot, because there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Good luck supplying the construction materials, you suckers.
Yeah, because even though some people can do it in how many minutes, I would advise, do not start with the Dodec on your primary system unless you have a lot of friends with you.
It's a big one, isn't it? She be thick, doesn't she?
Be thick.
Thick.
She be thick. She's thick. She was like 4 C's at the end, right?
Thick Dodec.
Oh,
booty.
Man.
That one goes out to the loose screws.
So yes, go out there, enjoy building that Dodec station for all your Dodec needs or our hedgehog needs, because the amount of noob hammers you can stick on it, I'm sorry. I wish they hadn't done that.
Yeah,
one of the stations that we were rescuing people to, I think, was a Dodec. It wasn't a Dodec. It was a colonized system, but it was a Coriolis with 4 hammers, and I was like, oh man.
I've come to the conclusion now. A tasteful system is a Coriolis or a Dodec station without any hammers.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah.
Does it take more materials to put the hammers on it or not?
No, it should do though.
Because then it's a dick measuring contest, isn't it? When you've got like multiple hammers, it's like, look how many more trips I was able to make. Look how much more steel I can haul. Oh man,
the
that's
suggestion
funny.
box. Put that in the suggestion box.
You know
I'll
how
watch people
power.
complain.
You know how PowerPlay's given us the ability to go around changing holo ads.
Oh yeah.
On people's stations. There ought to be like a PowerPlay thing where you can basically detach people's noob hammers and they go drifting off into space, and then they have to come out and like tow them back again and reattach
Oh
them.
God, I love that so much. I love that so much. I know for a fact the engine could not cope with that shit, but it makes me happy.
Yeah, it's oh my God. That would be so funny. You find someone's been at me with a laser scalpel.
We just get like the laser cutter that we have. This is when EVA comes like fully into the game.
Yes.
All of us, there has to be like 50, at least 50 lads, all of us flying together with our laser cutters out in our Maverick suits, painstakingly
cutting off people's noob hammers.
cutting off people's noob hammers.
You're going to call yourself the castrators.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's what we do. No job too small.
And yeah, they're going to turn your Dodec into a eunuch. So there you go. What could we call that? What is the process of turning someone into a eunuch? Eunuchizing? Well, eunuchize your Dodec.
There's got to be an actual name for it.
Castration?
Well, there is that, yes, but
that's just a couple of bricks, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Only hurts if you catch your thumbs in between the two bricks. Sorry. Oh dear. Right. Okay. This is taking a dark turn. So yes, that was announced on Thursday. Now, this is not the only denoobed. Sorry. Monday, the 11th of May, criminal factions remain silent after the Luma attacks. So, yes, a little bit of news here that we, following on from the various attacks on the stations in the Luma system. Yeah, people are a bit confused because they've got these. Nobody knows who's doing it.
Lady Z.
I was just about to say that.
Sorry.
Apart from this underground sources allegedly linking the double axe motif to a rogue pirate admiral going by the name. You can say it then, Alec.
Lady Z.
Lady Z. All right, Lady Z. All of a sudden, I think she's from South London. Lady Z.
Hey, hang on, no wait, this is my area. It's my area, it's my accent area of expertise. Don't you take this from me, you fuck. It genuinely isn't, don't worry.
Can anyone do a Michael Caine? I can hear Michael Caine saying this.
Well, it can hardly be Barry Island, can it?
No, I did Barry Island once by accident. Oh my gosh. I really like this. I really like this a lot. I read this and I went, this is fun and exciting. This is a new thread to follow rather than it inevitably getting to like tying up old threads. It's something new. This twin axe motif. Have we seen it before? Has that come up before at all?
No, I don't.
No, but you needed to decouple your noob hammers.
That's what you need it for.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, I'm a fan of this.
Is there much speculation rife? Yeah, I was just thinking, could
I
Lady
think we're early.
Sojourner come back as a rebel pirate leader?
I think we're a little early. Maybe we'll get.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get like a soup song of more information. Let it trickle down over the next, I guess, 6 weeks. Let's say before operations. Let it trickle down over those 6 weeks and see, because there is a potential for this to have a link to the Radicoider and the like a super soldier serum, that kind of thing, with these. However, there's there's nothing.
Has anyone googled Drinky Bird for Z to see if there's any?
I will though.
Cool.
I am excited about this though. It was very fun to see something that wasn't the same stuff being rolled out over and over again. You know?
Yeah. If this is not it's not Salvation Mark II, or is it?
I mean,
seem like it, does it?
No, thankfully. I mean, I do like the fact that they've done this. So, right.
I mean, here's my one problem with it though. Now I just typed in ZZI. This is how absolutely how my brain works. This is going to be maybe cut this in its entirety. But Z.
Yes.
Oh, it's in the first two syllables of azimuth. I'm gonna move away.
Ah.
I typed in Z and then I got all of these azimuth posts. And now I'm upset again.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Azimuth. Yes.
Azimuth.
Oh no.
No, I don't think.
No.
Not again.
No.
Not again.
Not again. Don't make me open the witch hunt server again. But no. And it's only because I typed Z into Drinky Bird. I wouldn't have made that connection at all if I hadn't. So I'm just gonna sit back on and say it is a new thread and not like a continuation of an old thread. Oh no, but what if it is though?
Right. Okay then. I guess straight on to the power play rankings. Staying in 12th, we have Patreus gaining 3 new systems, bringing his total up to 648. In 11th, Torval loses a system, so her total drops down to 750. In 10th, Delane has gained 3 systems, bringing his total up to 823. 9th, we have Winters getting 5 systems, bringing her total up to 1,076. In 8th, Antal gains 7 systems, bringing his total up to 1,268. And in 7th, Archer gains 2 systems, bring his total up to 1,299. 6th, Kane. She has 1,398 systems, having gained 5. However, it's been a bad week for Grom, who's lost 2 systems, so his total has dropped to 1,425 in 5th place. 4th, we've got Lee Young-Roo. He has now got 1,777 with 11 new systems this week. And in 3rd, Emperor Orisa has gained a single system to bring her total up to 1,885. In 2nd, Mahon gains 5 new systems to bring his total up to 2,018. But as per usual, out in front, but only has gained 3 systems, is the Bluehead Princess Aisling Duval with a new total of 2,523. And that is your power play rankings this week.
Only 2 users, Torval and Grom.
I know. A bit of a weird one this week. It's been incredibly quiet.
Yeah.
Incredibly quiet.
I was thinking it was quiet.
Yeah. I'll just call out to my fellow Orisa guys. Just look out at Lee Young-Roo. He's catching. She's slowly grabbing up there. Yeah.
Who's the closest? Antal and Archer, I suppose, are really close, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean those two. Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what, between 20 to 30 between them. Yeah, but I don't see any movement happening for absolutely ages yet.
No.
What we need is some kind of operations-based undermining to shake things.
Yes, funny you should mention there was a lot of that about, wasn't there? Right, that brings us to that time of the week.
Store alert!
And welcome back. Well, there's nothing new really, apart from the Dodec is still now remains half price. So this means that you get a free Dodec station if you pony up your arcs for it. And of course, there is now the colours. There's the wonderful Dodec Starboard. I think these are new colours, aren't they?
They are, yeah, they're new.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I mean, I've got a gold Dodec in my station, because I went a bit mad. I think too much Jack Daniels one night.
I'd forgotten you went out and bought a Dodec. That's funny.
I went, yeah, full price Dodec with a skin, and then there's me thinking I really ought to stop having Jack Daniels and Coke late at night. You know, some people buy weird things off Amazon. I buy weird stations. What do you know? I am not directly responsible for Frontier's record profits this year.
Not directly.
Did you put a colour on yours, Colin? I can't
Yes, mine's gold.
remember. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was a gold one, wasn't there?
Yeah. So
Full
yeah,
bling.
full. You know the tasteless color gold that you normally find outside a Monte Carlo.
Like when leaders of like countries put gold statues of themselves in areas, those kind of things.
I hope you went full noob hammer as well, just to really add to the tastelessness.
Please tell me you did it, Colin. Come on.
I didn't noob hammer.
Oh man, opportunity lost. You spent all that money and you couldn't wave 10 separate dicks about. What the fuck?
I'm hammer free. See, when you're that well endowed, you don't need to pay nothing to
Amazing.
Oh, it continues. It continues. I love it so much.
Yes, it continues. But let's move on from that.
If you pony up arcs for a Dodec, presumably the thing is that you get the insta, but you can still get the insta build, right? If you
That's what the money's for now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want a Dodec, but you don't have the friends or the spare time to do it, well, yeah, that's what you do, and you get what's the thing you get with it now?
It's like an instant deployment beacon, something like that. I think it will. I can't remember the actual ins and outs of it. I definitely should know it, but no, the Dodec thing. It's like an instant. You get like an instant redemption beacon, something like that, or an instant redemption thing, and it just puts the Dodec in your station, in your system straight away.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the unique.
I did a short for it. I called it the thing in the short, and I cannot remember for the life of me. It was that long ago. Yeah, there we go. Instant build credit. I think I went too flowery with my language. Me? Surely not. I like the purple.
You like the purple one? Well, there's a surprise.
I had a big argument with Katie. I showed Katie the purple and the blue, and she went, "Claire, they're both blue," and I went, "No, they're not." It was like a full argument. I told her that she needed to get her eyes tested, and she said no, they're both blue. And I think that purple looks like it reminds me of Tally.
Yes, I was about to say that because basically she's running around after me going, "No, don't shoot that, Geth." But or rather, do shoot
the black looks very blue as well.
Yeah, I must admit, I mean, the blue. Is this a gold dress, black dress?
No,
kind
no,
of
no,
thing?
it isn't. It isn't.
Because I can easily tell the difference between all three.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
So-
It's a very deep purple. It's like a royal purple, and in certain lights, and probably on certain screens, it will show up blue. I've become very acutely aware that screens have different colors. More recently, but
You
Yeah.
get quite a lot of paint for your money, don't you, the Dodec? Compared to some stations.
yeah. Yeah, at least it's not like a little bit around the opening of a of an asteroid, and still at 10K.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, I do have a Dodec in my system, as I've just said. I quite enjoy flying around it. But yeah.
I might get one now. They're free. I might see if I can see if
Well,
I've got the credits to put one somewhere in one of my systems.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about it, though. I mean, it's getting the system infrastructure in place so you can afford to put a Dodec in.
Yeah. What is
Wow.
it like? It depends, isn't it? It depends on how much you've already got in there, whether it's like 3 or 6 big points. Or it's been so long since I've done colonization. I'd need to check.
I think it may be it's a huge amount.
I'll look. I'll look. That can be something that I might think about doing. Because we've got I think. I don't know about you guys, how much you've invested into doing your building up your systems in the way that
Nothing.
All right, Ben, thanks.
And I feel good.
But I really like the fact that most of the stuff that I need, I can either now get in system or like one hop away. It's not.
Oh yeah, I mean, I must admit, everybody has now built up their own systems around mine that can actually pop in and get those 1,000 tons of steel without having to go huge distances away, which is it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because when I was hauling that amount of steel, at least I was getting interdicted by pirates every now and again, which it is always a little bit of a bit of excitement.
Yeah, we've got Kremen in chat saying that he needs 12 tier 3 points to put down one in this system, and Wotherspoon's topped that by saying he needs 18 tier 3 points. That's a lot of points. Blimey!
Wow.
Yeah, so have fun with that.
Yeah, crikey. Best just start on your system, mate. It's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
insta build a prime.
Yeah.
Oh, having to do a whole system from scratch just to get a Dodec. Oh my goodness.
But that said, that's what it should always have been. It should have been the absolute pinnacle that was incredibly hard to have and was actually worth something, because there was only like 10 of them in the galaxy instead of what it became.
Yeah.
By the way, Alec, I found your pointy hills.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's not quite as extreme as the one you're looking at, but
It's a bit of a
sort
pointy
thing.
hill.
Yeah. Oh, fun getting up that in a SRV.
It was it wasn't as extreme as that.
For audio only listeners, Ben is currently looking at a very. It may as well just be almost a straight line up.
It's one of Odyssey's stupid shark fin mountains.
Yeah, it's a shark fin mountain. That's what we're looking at. That's the best way to describe it. I don't know why I was going to make it more convoluted than that.
No, shark fin is definitely a
side effect of the weird tessellation that Odyssey did.
I do.
Why don't you guys explain why I've got green ground everywhere?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, that one, because I think that's just a dramatic license that they've put in to stop the bay. Remember the beige plague?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
looks epic, but
Oh yeah, I've got one of those. I've got one of those on my planet. One of my planets where I've got I think a small base, and the thing is, it's all green round it, so it looks like there's grass or something, but it's not. It's
Yeah, it
it's
looks almost
just
like moss or something.
yeah, but it's not. And
Yeah.
I may have placed the base in the wrong place because as soon as you get out, there's a warning saying you're going to fry.
Oh no.
It's just increasing sales of ice cream.
Yeah, I suppose. But the thing is, I don't see anybody else walking about, even though it's my base. So maybe
Not even your security guards.
not even the security guards. It's too hot.
Too hot. Nobody's outside.
Basically,
Right.
San Diego.
Or Phoenix, Arizona. That's
Yeah.
probably the worst.
Yeah, they've got the dry heat, don't they?
Anyway, let us take a ad break, and then we'll come back with some discussion-y chat stuff.
Dreams. Humanity's dreams. The hope to live among the stars. From early times, we've gazed up to the heavens and wondered if one day we could travel there. Maybe even live there. The Brewer Corporation has made this dream a reality. Constructing intricate cathedrals of metal, circling numerous planets across thousands of systems in our human bubble. Why stay rooted in a gravity well when you can be free in orbit, free to dream, free to live, and one day to become a commander and be free to blaze your own trail? Brewer Corporation, the first step into the unknown. Come join us. Be free.
Protecting settlements from villainous scum, it's Settlement Patrolman. The action figure every child wants. Wearing the all-new Manticore Dominator suit with light-up jump assist thrusters. Press his backpack to hear Settlement Patrolman speak.
Not seen you around here before, Commander. Is that a Karma P15 in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? Hey, don't point that at me.
When alarms sound, Settlement Patrolman rides into action in his surface reconnaissance vehicle with pop-up turret and glow-in-the-dark wheel trims. Settlement Patrolman.
Surface reconnaissance vehicle and action figure sold separately. Available from branches of Lave Toy Depot and other retailers. Microelectrode, ion battery, and circuit switch not included.
From the porcelain palace of People's Princess Aisling Duval comes a fragrance like no other.
Duval.
Infused with the steam of stardom and the bare essence of excellence.
Duval.
Eau de Bain is not just a scent, it's a statement.
Duval.
Crafted from the actual bathwater of Aisling Duval, this limited edition elixir captures notes of sapphire lotus, imperial sandalwood, and the untouchable aura of a true icon.
Duval.
Make your friends blue-haired with envy. Eau de Bain, a new fragrance by Aisling Duval. Take a dip.
Lave Radio, transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
And welcome back. Well, so we are going to go things in reverse order, really, when discussing operations. We are going to talk about what we going to have a chat about what you get at the end of an operation.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Stitches.
We're reversing into this one, right?
Yeah.
Wheelchair.
So, yeah, because there's a couple of interesting things to discuss about this. Obviously, we know that when you complete an operation, each commander gets a selection of rewards, including credits, materials, merits, if you've done in power play mode, or Merc coin.
Tier box.
Yeah. So yeah, it's It's a bit of a weird one, this one. It does show that what happens is that you get Merc coin, and then you can then use that Merc coin to buy further things, like further blueprints, ship modules. It didn't. Interestingly enough, it says it doesn't say anything about anything to do with suits.
It was. I think it was really vague.
Yes.
Like I think, and that might be on the back of it that them leaving it open to interpretation, and also them not necessarily like keeping the options open with it, and maybe they might introduce different things in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. If they'd left the word ship out and had said such as modules.
Yeah.
Ship modules is like very definitely not on foot modules then. Okay.
Yeah, it seems it does seem a little bit weird because the value of these rewards will vary depending on the scenario and the operation difficulty. Now, does that mean that we can choose an operation difficulty?
100%, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think at this point it'd be weird if we can't.
Yeah. More challenging operations offer commanders larger rewards for their hard work. Commanders will also be able to purchase rewards as they earn more Merc coin. One of the screenshots that we've seen, that you see a Merc coin, which this party has gained, it's only small. It seems like 13 plus a weekly bonus, whatever that is. But it does say that numbers shown in the screenshot is a work in progress and not final.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because the other screen shows a railgun. A railgun which cost 500 Merc coin. So that would imply that if 13 Merc coin is including the weekly bonus that you get for the first time that you've done this this operation, you'd have to do so much to even unlock one thing. So that feels out of true.
Is an end weapon kind of thing.
Yeah, but 500 is still a lot. That's running. If 13 includes the weekly bonus and the weekly bonus, let's say the weekly bonus is 5, you're still talking about doing
at least 200 runs.
At least, a lot of runs.
Or is 13 the weekly bonus? The way
is 13 just the weekly bonus?
Yeah.
Does anyone understand the weekly bonus and what they mean?
No, they haven't mentioned anything about a weekly bonus.
I find that quite hard to understand what the weekly bonus is all about. What's the phrasing? The phrasing is...
Please remember, all images are also subject to change.
Yeah.
Yes.
The phrasing is receive a weekly bonus for the first time certain activities are completed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a weekly. So you've got to do at least one
of the 6.
One of the 6. Yeah.
But it's okay. But certain activities to me doesn't mean one of the 6 scenarios.
So you mean a separate objective checklist?
So I wonder what an activity is in that context. Like, is an activity cutting a lock open, or I don't know.
I wonder. I mean, I like that. I mean, we're already vastly off topic from where we were going to go, but that's fine. We've got fucking weeks to talk about this. But I wonder if there would be a set. This is like my dream scenario, is that there is a separate, different objective checklist that is within operations that they want to see each commander doing, kind of like your 10 or 5 or 10 objectives that you have with power play. But in this instance, it's like successfully complete this stage, or successfully
do
this.
Could be like, kill
kind
10
of.
NPCs, steal.
I got over weeklies back in 2010.
Let's just
Okay,
skip on
good for you, Ben. I think that would be really fun. And especially with the way that they've got the weeklies in Power Play and how everything feels like it's connected to Power
Yeah.
Play.
It just seems very
go
old
on.
mechanics for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Ben, because those kind of weeklies, especially after playing SOTOR for so long, they did burn out. But admittedly, when those weeklies came in for Power Play, I grabbed onto them as a lifeline for the damn thing.
Yeah, it just seems it was something that like it was really, really popular around about 2010. And then people were like, yeah, this is awesome, it gives us a reason to play. And I'm like, oh my god, the grind.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could come on to that at a later point, but
yeah,
the fact that we've got 6 scenarios, I'm scared of the old. I mean, you get this in every single MMO there is, where the content vultures just go and grind and grind and grind, and after playing them for, let's say, constantly 12 hours a day for a week, going, I'm bored now, should have done something better. And you're there, and you're there thinking, yeah, you've ground for that amount of time. The rest of us, we're still catching up. So
Yeah. No, I also I agree with you there. I feel like it's for me, the way I'm looking at this is that I'm like in a period that I would play, and I think this is a very objective view because it's coming from the view of someone who literally predominantly the most time I play Elite is when I am streaming. So it is like I am creating content through it as well. There's no denying that. But I have this idea of operations when it actually is in the game and is a full-fledged like essence that's in the game, that I do a little bit of my own stuff actually in the galaxy, and then at the end of the stream, sort of kind of like a wee treat at the end of the stream, I'll go, if anybody's about, anybody wants to join, we'll get a group of 4 of us together and we'll go and do an operation, and then that'll be the way that we finish the Elite stream. And I think I'd look forward to that. Or maybe we get a group and go, today we're going to do like maybe 3 operations and and just get a group of us together and do that kind of thing. I think that would be really nice. I don't envisage a world where I'm going to be playing all the time, like much the same way that I don't play Jump Space. I know this is like tick off Claire talking about operations and probably saying Jump Space at the same time, but I'll go on and I play like one or 2 sessions or rounds of Jump Space, and then I put that back down and I go away from it for a little while. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
no, I mean that's absolutely fine. I mean, first of all, we got to find out how long these operations will take. Obviously, if each operation takes half an hour for 4 of you to go through, then it's not going to be something you're going to be able to go again and again and again.
Yeah.
It all depends on how complex they've made these. Let's be honest, they're space dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
We'll
You go,
with
Claire,
Ben
and then
first.
you go, Claire, and then I'll go.
I was going to say, I hope when we can pick them, there's a time, there's like a time indicator on them as well, just to say how long they expect them to work.
I guess we'll find out after we've done it once.
But
I'm kind of picturing it to be like, basically exactly the same as a dungeon in every other MMO.
Yeah.
Where you go in, you do some things, and then hopefully there'll be eventually a big bad boss, and then panel is cut, panel is down, and you escape again.
I mean, it's almost question of the week material, I suppose. But like, we're way off topic here. But what are good sort of time spans for an operation? Like 45 minutes. I don't know.
No, normally I've this is going back to my previous MMO experience. Normally an operation or something which lasts about half an hour to maybe 3/4 of an hour is a sweet spot.
Yeah. Okay.
I think these dungeons are not going to be a quick 5-minute speed run. Although
No.
there will be people who will be able to do it in a 5-minute speed run. God, and we will see the bloomin' videos over and over again about that. But
So the ones in the other game, I think the shortest one that I've seen is 30 minutes, and the longest one I've seen is 2 hours.
That sounds about right to me.
But if you're going into something with the knowledge that it could take you up to 2 hours and you actively choose that, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. I mean, I know in SWTOR and in WoW, you had longer dungeons and you had shorter dungeons,
Mhm.
and you did what you had time, what you wanted to do.
Yeah, but there have been times where I've ended up in some of the larger dungeons in SWTOR, and
Yeah, if you don't know what you're getting into.
Oh no, I mean that is an absolute
Yeah.
pain, because if you drop out of that group's
God,
going to
yeah.
fail the whole thing, so you've got to stay with it.
Yeah, that's difficult, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, because and you get someone who picks up the wrong loot, and then that's it. If someone goes off in a huff because the reason I joined that was to get that loot. But
to take us back on topic, this is where I'm quite happy about us about if we're getting rewarded in things like Roblox. No, Frontier Bucks.
Yeah. Mercoin.
Yeah, them.
Fox.
If we're getting awarded with Fox, then that's probably better than here is an RNG of a big sword.
Yeah.
Especially for a Sneeze
because
game.
you can spend it on what you want.
I got a telling off on the Frontier Discord for saying it's F bucks with a silent B.
I'm definitely saying my B in the Frontier Bucks, so that's fine.
Well, if it wasn't supposed to be that, why did they make the logo a big F?
Yeah, that's really. Why make the
clearly
logo a big
backpedaled at
F
some
and call
point
it
here.
Mercoin?
And it could be Bonti. No.
It's very frustrating. So I think to bring it back to talking about Mercoin, what would you like to see as some of these exclusive items that you can only exclusive things that you can only buy with Mercoin, which they speak about Mercoin
Can purchase ship modules and engineering blueprints.
such as it can be used to purchase rewards, such as ship modules and engineering blueprints. Doesn't necessarily mean solely ship modules and engineering blueprints. So like in an ideal world, what would you like to see? What would be an incentive for you to? What would be enough of an incentive for you to keep going back and doing more of these operations to gain the fucks to give for these items?
Well, speaking of somebody who hasn't really engineered my suit, one of the very first things I'd want to do would be to have the ability to go from like a grade 3 or a grade 4 suit and weapons, and then to get them up to the grade 5 ones.
That is, it does say that you could probably get materials.
Yeah.
Which, to tell you the truth, I think if they give Odyssey materials as part of the rewards, so you can still go to the engineers, I think that'd be great.
Absolutely, I agree with you there.
Because I must admit, it's wasn't. How many years has it been since Odyssey now? Almost 5. Is it more than 5?
Odyssey came out during COVID, didn't it?
Yeah.
Time was weird at that time.
My only suit upgrades have been from going around and getting the random grade 3s when I see them in a shop.
Yeah. And just I still haven't got all the engineers. I still haven't got all the suit the way that I want it. And the thought of having to do that again for another 2 characters, oh god, no.
Yeah.
Can't face it.
But if I can upgrade my gear by doing dungeons, I'd be up for that.
Mm-hmm.
What I would say is that I would like it so that what you gain in operations doesn't give you an advantage over stuff that you engineer grind for.
Mm.
I would say that the top range stuff that you can buy from or with your Merc coins is equal or on parity to the top rate stuff you can get by engineering the heck out of it. Because otherwise, I feel. Otherwise, I can see the power creep of everybody. Right, let's go and do operations just to get the latest kill 'em all module.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be nice just to get the thing, so to get the night vision, to literally.
Well,
just be able
that's
to
what
get
I would.
a night vision
I'm with you
add-on
there,
or
Alec.
yeah,
I'd rather get the
rather than
just
the
to give
mats,
you a
because
night
the other
vision
thing with the
module.
mats is I just find it all a bit confusing. Like there's so many mats, and some of them are junk, and some of them aren't junk, and so
God.
like even with the power play care packages, I just think I don't know what I've got. I've got thousands of material. 75% of my material buckets are
Yeah.
full, and I don't know if they're junk or useful, or it's just like what have I
We-
got? Whenever I go to like what are they called, like the outfitters, to do any kind of suit on foot engineering, I haven't done much. Whenever I go to the guy in the concourse, I sort of feel like somebody who's literally sort of emptying my pockets onto the table, and there's like keys and bottle tops and chewing gum. Like,
Yeah, I know
what
what
can
you
I
mean.
get with this?
Yeah.
I think I think I think there's an element to be said for just getting the thing rather than getting the thing that gets you the thing, and also needing to have a third-party app open to advise me exactly how I can get the thing that gets me the thing. It's always. I know it's how it's done, and this is how it's always been done, and that kind of thing. But it's always going to be like that little. It gives me a bit of a twitch when I have to open Odyssey Materials Helper, and I will recommend it to people all the time because it is the best way to do it. But boy, am I going to twitch when I say say it, because I feel like it should be in game. I'd like to see like exclusive like silly things that we could unlock via using our Merc coin, rather than just like fun things like a decal or like a few decals or
bobbleheads and things.
Bobblehead, yeah, but for me, things that are exclusive within things like I really don't know what it would be, but something that is genuinely exclusive to only purchasable via Merc coin rather than anything else. Just so, and yes, I would like. Shay said in chat that if they could focus on making operations fun instead of focusing on the rewards being the thing that would make us play it, that would be great. Yes, absolutely, 100% agree. That's a great thing. But to keep returning to it when there are only 6 available, there also has to be some other incentive and motivation.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I all of a sudden the idea of someone saying, "Oh, you've got to do something silly," like I don't know, a special kind of missile that will, if it hits you, all your sound pack gets rewound, and before you know it, when you're actually trying to shoot something, it sounds like the boost instead of the lasers being shot. You know, something just to scramble things just for a bit of silliness, but comedy effect, comedy missiles.
Zero frontier box to give.
Like just some like maybe I'd take like a different color of an outfit or something, like just things that are only exclusive to doing just silly irreverent things that I could change that changes a color or something like that. Not for a huge amount of Merc coin, probably for more than I'd like take a deep take a breath through my teeth or something. Going, yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. But just something silly, something a bit something a bit nonsense that isn't going to break the game or be referred to as power creep, but is a little bit of a badge of honor, saying, "Oh, look, I've completed this bit, or I've done this many things," or maybe like even a decal that increases or changes the more things you do or the more operations that you've completed. I think might be kind of fun. Little badge of honor.
Yeah, you could have, the Thargoid Titan decal
Yeah.
that comes with between 1 and 8 stars.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. It'd be quite nice. And we compared it to the McDonald's badge of, Anyway, but it'd be quite nice if you had like say an operations decal that had slots for the 6 different scenarios, and you get
Why
a
not
better
just a separate
grade of decal that shows you've done all the operations. I don't know. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Okay. We'll probably be coming back to this at a later point because it's sometime in June. We all know it's the end of June, so we better make it last then. But questions then, Psychit.
Yes, so I asked a very similar question on the question of the week. To talk about like what
When do you do the question of the week?
When do I do the question of the week? I was a little bit late this week. Why was I late this week? Oh yeah, it's been a pain weekend, but I asked normally between 12 and 2 on a Sunday, which is the same time that Chris Mark Ford does his lovely show on Black Diamond FM that you can listen to anywhere by going to the website or asking your home help doing to play Black Diamond FM, and it's really good.
FM.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how you do it. But yeah, so I asked that on Discord, I ask it on Blue Sky, and I ask it on Twitter, and then we collate the answers and we read them now and discuss them. And this week I asked, what exclusive rewards would you like to be able to buy with this new earnable currency, Merc Coin? Alec, do you want to start us off?
Let's go. Takoso says, I would like to unlock my carrier to hold more than 25,000 tons. But for weapons, I would like sticky grenades and smoke canisters. Yes, please. Both of those sound great, actually.
I love the idea of a paint gun where if you hit someone with a purple paint gun, it turns the skin of the ship purple.
Smoke canisters would be amazing.
We've kind of got those with the different coloured trails, though, haven't we?
I was thinking like for on-ground combat, and
that's
you lob a smoke grenade and then people can't see you anymore, and I don't know, it'd be really cool. Imagine a battlefield with just smoke drifting over it.
Especially if we get different colours.
Yeah, I don't have
We've got
Mass Effect 3. That is.
We've got smoke, haven't we? With the we've got Thargoid smoke.
We do.
They've already got. We've already got those assets.
Yeah. Belch out decent clouds of smoke.
Yeah, we've already got those assets.
We just need a grenade to trigger it.
I don't quite know who they disadvantage. Like, I'm sure the NPCs would just be able to see straight through it unless they coded it that they couldn't. So I'm not. I think the only person they'd actually disadvantage would be yourself. But it still look cool.
Right. Anyway, Solar Ghost. If civilian modules become available, I would especially like to see more engineered cargo racks. If it's necessary for balancing, they can go ahead and set a limit per ship, as long as they don't need to keep switching them out from ship to ship all the time.
I like that. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, that is an irritating thing about those new cargo racks, having to swap them between various vessels. Okay, I have a long mail. The mention of engineering blueprints being purchasable with Mercoin makes me wonder if that means we'll have a way of unlocking unpinnable blueprints that aren't tied to a specific engineer, which in turn makes me wonder if the core system they're revisiting later in this year might be engineering. Oh God, not again. Honestly, engineering has had the most reworks when... but I'll go off on a tangent there. Sorry about that. The current system of hand-placed static NPCs for ship engineering has always felt a little out of place to me, given the nature of the rest of the game world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I think engineering's had enough. There's more important things that need working on than more engineering.
I would agree. I would agree with you, Carl. I think it's like a I think you could chip at you could literally chip at engineering until there's nothing left, which I'm sure would like a lot of people would very much appreciate that. But it is one of those core things that is about Elite and taking traveling to each engineer to get the thing kind of becomes a ritual when you're, for me at least, when I'm making a ship, it's like a ritual in place that I've made the ship because I'm doing.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you only need to go to the engineer really to get this, the very special mods.
Mhm.
I mean, because you can still engineer as long as you're blueprint.
And with blueprints kind of like have changed the game to some extent.
I mean, do
I don't
any
know.
of you actually get just the blueprint part and don't bother getting the special module?
Sometimes it depends on the thing. Like I don't need to go to the thing is because I've got the blueprint for Desiat, let's say, because I've got the blueprint to get to grade 5 in Desiat. I don't need to go to Desiat. I can just go to Arc because your boy Palin will do the special on the frameshift drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, and God, here we go. And things like Odyssey Materials Helper is really good at telling you how to do stuff like that. So it's not too. It doesn't feel like I have to fly to every single lad now. So yeah. Blueprints changed the game for me as far as that was concerned when I was told, oh, you can blueprint all of these things. Can I? Yes, please.
The pinning thing where you can
pin you pin your blueprint. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you bookmark one blueprint, but you're limited to one blueprint.
One per engineer. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'll live with that. I'll live with that because normally I have to visit 4 now to get a ship fully done. So. It's not a problem. Checking Cowgod says, well, I've heard something about the Merc coins being a way to obtain previous CG exclusive modules. Where have you heard this? And in a way that does sound awesome. Having more long-range abrasion blasters actually doesn't sound too bad. But I also know some of the CG modules were very overtuned. One shudders to imagine what the Galaxy could do with more of those CG multi-cannons. I do think that Merc coins will have to have some exclusive content too, though. Otherwise, nobody would do operations long-term. What that would be, I'm definitely imagining some cosmetics, but probably also some unique engineering too. I'm not quite sure what we'd see though. Please give us engineered shot cannons maybe. I don't know. I think that's enough rambling. Subscribe to Frontier Solutions. She didn't know how to end it.
Yeah. I think the more that we discuss this, the more that I think, I just love to have the blue sort of on-foot blueprints that we could use, because it's the on-foot side of engineering that I'm finding so,
Well, that's why we're saying we'd rather just get the module. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Why go through the engineering process rather than get? Yeah, I'm going to get a helmet with night vision.
Do you know what you could do? It's just occurred to me, so I might as well throw it in now because I missed my chance earlier. Maybe what would be really fun would be, and I suppose it's quite a lot of work Frontier to do, but little fun gimmicky things that have a limited ammo. So here's an example. Suppose you could get a confetti bomb, a 10-use confetti bomb. So you run an operation, you get these confetti bombs. They're really good fun. You can take them to community meets. You lob them like grenades. They go off and everyone gets covered in bits of confetti. But it's only got 10 refills, and then you need to do another operation to get some more.
like the flat cannons, but for.
But I quite like the idea of limited use. So you have to keep doing operations to get,
I like that as well.
I'm going to go and get some more snowballs, or I'm going to go and get some more. I don't know.
Snowballs were always fun and WoW.
Yeah.
I need more ammos. I need more ammo for my shenanigans, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Matrix Online used to get snowball launchers, which were absolutely fantastic. Great for pies.
How about essentially Nerf guns?
Yeah,
effectively. Or water pistols or something.
Anyway, back to the community. Big Owl Cappuccino says, I always look for longer term investments like colonization. Possibly Merc coins can be invested into future ED development by Frontier, similar to using ARCs to custom name colonization structures. Consider investing Merc coin in BGS shares, helping fund development improvements with ROI in updates later this year, and indeed in perpetuity unless a commander sells those shares on secondary exchanges. I'm getting confused about RL and in-game here, but anyway, let's play on. I love me some exobio, some Merc coins being able to be invested in new biological hybrids, and terraforming with those as an expansion on colonization would be amazing too. Planting gardens under domes next to your T3 planetary ports. Yes, please.
That's a crazy idea. That's a crazy idea that I would struggle to get my head around a lot. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure about it, to be honest. But yeah, okay.
I feel like it's like 6 steps ahead. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe once the groundwork is in, that's something. I don't know.
Stunned the crew with that one, Big Al.
Yeah.
They're not thinking small. Anyway, slightly relevant, I guess. Mickle Dane. On one hand, I don't want power creep. But it would be awesome if we could buy things that have otherwise been unique rewards from timed events like community goals. And it would be awesome if we could buy engineered mods for suits and ships, so that is a new, fresh, fun way to grind them.
Can't argue with any of those points.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Finn McRaven. It's anyway being mentioned to purchase engineering blueprints / pre-engineered components is a bit disappointing. Good news for those that don't engineer or want to skip the grind, but it's one of my favourite parts, so it's not great news if that's all it's for. What I'd like to see it used on the one cosmetic that's been overlooked for a while. Avatar customizations such as clothing, suits, weapon camos. Compared to the ship cosmetics, the current avatar offerings are a bit ugly and limited, so I would want to see a lot more options here. Hell, we'll also throw in ship kits and skins while you're at it. I doubt we'd get any of those as it would steal from the ARC store. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, because at the moment I suspect that the ARC store is Elite's now new main source of income. So
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Generate that. They're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. I mean, maybe ship kits for some for ships that we don't people don't fly anymore. Maybe.
We've got some of these out back. They're not moving, so we'll just whack them out to you guys. I don't mind the idea of new cosmetics and stuff. None of you will play Phasmophobia, right? None of you play Phasmophobia?
Nope.
I'm aware of it. I don't play it much.
They've just released a new update with where they finally allow you to customize your avatar, and it is so limited. It's worse than Elite.
Oh wow!
Before you were literally one of 4 people. 4 or 5 people. You didn't really get an option at all. But now they are like allowing you to edit your avatar, and it's bleak, man, and it's really buggy. But I'm just saying, some games have it worse. But that doesn't really justify anything. But I don't know. I'd like more options, please. Nicey says, side note, they missed a trick with the name here. I mean, Fox or Fox was right there. Rewards, I assume, will be something similar to those we get from Powerplay, either care packages or whatever they call them, or materials that would be a faff to get otherwise. I'm looking at you, raw materials, or maybe specially engineered on foot equipment. A special mod that reboots the target's shields, etc. Maybe even some new weapons. A girl can dream, but at least for the time being, this seems unlikely to say the least. I would prefer that they went with different things instead of just better, i.e. more damage/defense, to make it more interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different would be fun if they can think of them and make them and all that. Different would be fun.
You do have to be wary of the power creep, though.
Yeah, 100%. Different over improved. Absolutely. Bit of nonsense, bit of fun, something irreverent, very right on the top of my list. Also on the top of my list, the 25% extra cargo racks that we got as CG rewards. Just for shits and giggles, for in any size that we want. I'd quite happily pay through the nose Frontier bucks for that. Frontline bucks. Fucks.
Ben.
Chebswell. What would I like to see that would get me playing the operations loads? Carrier interior cosmetics. NAF light shades, sun strips for the carrier windows, a ship's pet for my carrier. You get the picture. Yeah, good one, Chebs. Actually, yeah, carrier cosmetics. We're still waiting for those.
That'd be great, especially now that I've actually got one, and you walk into your ready room and go, yeah,
It looks like every other ready room I've been in.
3 different internal designs since inception. 3 different designs. Wild. That's still wild to me.
It is wild, isn't it? Of all the spaces that you can customize, we don't
Yeah.
have ship interiors, so. But hey, you can walk around your carrier. Let's customize that. Nope. I don't even have a fleet carrier. I don't even have a fleet carrier. And if there were loads of cosmetics, I think that would actually tempt me to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree, because I think that the amount of times that both me and Ben have sort of said, it would be nice if you could get up out of the seat, walk over to whatever the door is, and then just go straight to either the landing ramp or your living quarters, and have your living quarters decorated in your own personalized cosmetics.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel that they are missing a trick.
Yeah, just thinking about it more actually, and it's telling how genuinely excited I am by the prospect of getting back to the bubble after DW3, buying a Lynx and putting the Buckyball Squadron decal on it so I can see it in front of me
on
when
the
I
inside.
go down on the inside. Yeah.
You should be able to do that from the carrier.
Yeah, I just haven't had the time with all the racing and stuff. Yeah, I'll do it when I get back. But yeah, just the thought I can have my decal on the wall. That'll be amazing. And just think what you could do if you could. Anyway.
Yeah.
I love this. I just have a concern with how much time it takes Frontier to even make one decal or ship skin.
Yeah.
And then everything's essentially a reshade of that. Rinse and repeat. Not everything, but you know what I'm getting at. It's not the fastest process in the world for whatever reasons. But anyway, Murderbot. I feel like one thing Elite Dangerous is missing is prestige items. Something that is hard to earn and can't be bought. Agreed. I would love to see a ship skin and know that person did a task within operations, not, oh no, they spent 10,000 Merc coins on that skin. Instead, they did the hardest operation single-handedly without a death in the group. Yeah, so almost like an achievement.
Yeah,
that gets you something fancy.
I was thinking that earlier because earlier we talked about activities and
Yeah.
what that might mean, and whether that means achievements within operations. And yeah, you can
Yeah.
have. Aren't there? Do they still have like little squadron? You can win things like the weekly or is it monthly competitions between squadrons for trade
Yes.
and
I think it's still
exploration.
going.
And don't you get
Yes.
bobbleheads for that?
Yes. However, I have heard recently that they are they are no longer like on standing, like long standing. They used to be like you'd have a once you won it, you'd get like the 1, 2, and 3 bobblehead sort of like in you'd have them in perpetuity, but now at the start of the next cycle, the squadron trophies are taken away.
From you.
Are they?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I understand
Interesting.
that that's the case now. I saw that the other day, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And a couple of people were like, "Yep, this has happened." And I wasn't even aware of it because our squadron, we just fuck about and do whatever the shit we want. But so, some people are rightly upset about that.
Yeah, I mean, we did have that thing with Cow, and there's also Stephen Usher as well, because those two have got unique skins that
Yes.
exist only
Mhm.
one place in the entire game. They're
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
people that have got
Yeah.
those skins.
Yep.
Which
What's what's Stephen Usher's?
he's got I think his Cobra's got the RAF
Yeah.
decals on it.
Oh wow, nice! I didn't
It's
know
So
also
that.
basically, it's
Harrier paints. It's not Harrier. What's it called? Spitfire paint job
Vulcan.
or something, isn't it?
It's a Vulcan
Vulcan,
Spitfire,
sorry.
a Vulcan paint type
Yeah.
camouflage paint job, which
Nice.
I've seen him fly about. It's very
It's
impressive.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
even though
beautiful
it is.
because it's unique.
Yeah.
That sounds lush, actually.
Yeah,
Cool.
and of course, Cow's got the Frisian T9.
Yeah. Of course he has.
It had to be
Right.
done.
Yes. Right, Commander de Camper. It may be that operations means Elite Dangerous is adding an extraction shooter to the game. I am all for that. I like Helldivers 2 and Deep Rock Galactic. Now, given that, will FDev follow the path of unlocking power increases using Merccoin? In DRG, you earn currency through play and experience, but these unlock cosmetics. Power upgrades for weapons and suits are done through items you gather in the game. In my mind, we have this in credits, engineering mats, and unlocks. But I am okay with Merccoins unlocking weapons and suit upgrades to make it easy for the player to try harder difficulty levels, should there be difficulty levels. There's another popular grind/play style in extraction shooters that I've seen. I would prefer cosmetics for Merccoin, but I will understand if the progression is gated by the coin. I don't think the progression will be gated by the coin. I think it is just going to be.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
Also, I would add that operations isn't an extraction shooter. Extraction shooters are things like Escape from Tarkov and stuff like that. And Arc Raiders, and I think Marathon is also an extraction shooter, where you go in, you grab as much loot as you can, and then you go to the extraction point, and there's an opportunity for PvP or PvE depending on the game lobbies that you load into, that kind of thing. That's not operations, to clarify. Operations is like Helldivers. Helldivers isn't an extraction shooter. Helldivers is a group of lads get together. It's a co-op mission, and then group of lads remove. It's like Jump Ship and Far Far West. That's what operation. That's the area that operations is sitting, not in an extraction shooter. Just to clarify, with as far as like the definitions are concerned.
Fair enough. I have never played either, so I got no idea.
I've played a little bit of them. I'm not good at extraction shooters. I'm bad at them. It's no fun. Yeah, but cool. I want to see cosmetics as well. I think that'd be really fun. But again, as Finn McRaven said, would they do extra cosmetics and then not have them in Arc for Arcs as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
It's a pain.
We'll get a couple for Merc Coin and a couple for Arcs.
What about if we get one style, one outfit, let's say, we get for Merc Coin, and then on Arcs, you get to colour it any colour you want? That would be the way you do it. That would be the way you still make revenue from it.
Template.
You get the template. You get you get the base outfit, but if you want to colour it, you have to pay Arcs for it. That would be the way that you do it.
Don't work for Frontier Marketing.
I mean, look at the Dodec. Look at everything that we've had.
Yeah.
Or like you can put the work in to get the colonization stations, but if you wanna colour them, you pay Arcs for it. That's the direction. That's the distinction. That might be how it works. The Jinx effect says pre-engineered gear / modules would be neat. All right, debatably not exclusive if we can manually engineer to the same degree. It's still on my wish list though. Unique cosmetics are always nice to see. Maybe we can get a station skin that assigns her on the place reading. This premises is protected by insert Merc group here. Rapid response team. Space dogs. I want space dogs. Give us in-game pets that follow us around. Arc store for the pets is a selection of pet cosmetics, but let me get tactical gear with Merc coin and put it on a German Shepherd.
I've heard of sharks with lasers, but German Shepherds with lasers?
No, German Shepherds with lasers. I'm all for that.
Oh yeah.
Just trust me, they will know how to slice and dice you up with a laser. Those are incredible. They're a lot more intelligent than a shark.
And obviously, you need the ship's parrot.
Tactical gear on a German Shepherd. I definitely want to see that. Or a cat with a rocket launcher. Anyway, Typhus Dissonor says, flight and foot materials, data, various blueprints, that 0G jacuzzi for the FDL. Imagine vacuuming up that mess, Colin, eh? Engineered
please
hand
don't.
weapons, raw materials.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, dead on, really, all of it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Fun.
Amazing. I've loved all of those suggestions. They were great.
They are. Yes. Okay, Alec, you have something for Mostly Clueless.
I do have a Mostly Clueless, actually. I'm astounded that people don't know this, but I do see this occasionally come up, and a couple of people came in our Discord and mentioned they had no idea this was a thing. So what I often see on the forums is like, help, I have such trouble boarding my ship with my SRV. People seem to just flounder around. So, two things to mention. So when your ship lands and then there's like a little orange sort of beam me up square that appears underneath the hatch where the SRV goes. So first thing to say, I think most people do know this, is that you can drive into that in any angle, from the front, the side, the back, doesn't matter. You don't have to line up facing the front. But
It was quite recent that I learned that, by the way.
Okay, fair enough. Well, there's one tip. But the main thing that people don't seem to realise is that when the SRV is in position where you can now select board ship from your groin panel, or whatever it's called, the one down the bottom, context panel, there's a little light on your HUD. So bottom right of your HUD, there's a light that says handbrake. There's a light that says cargo scoop. And I think top of the three is board ship. And that lights up when your SRV is in the right position to board your ship. So yeah, basically you drive towards the ship under the thing, and then you wait for that little bit to light up, and then you hit the handbrake, and you're in the perfect position to select board ship. There you go. Apparently
Lovely.
people don't know that.
Oh, excellent. Right. Any other business? Anybody? Because I've got one, but yeah, I got contacted today by one of our various friends on over Discord. This is Wraith, by the way, who's told me about this new game Kickstarter that's in progress at the moment called Starship Command Orion Spur. Now, for those of you who who like something like Carrier Command in space, this would probably seem to be a kind of something that you might be interested in. And I know what it looks like, and I can just honestly say, hand on heart, that Derek Smart is not involved. If any of that means anything to you, you'll know exactly what I mean. So yeah, we'll put a link in the show notes for this ongoing Kickstarter. It'll be interesting to see how it does, because yeah, if it wasn't for Elite Dangerous, that kind of Carrier Command in space premise is probably one of the things I really enjoyed doing. So yeah.
I've actually just thought of something for any other business.
Oh, go on then, Ben.
You might remember many years ago, I had the fortune of talking to, I think it was David Westman, who was one of the main designers of the TIE Fighter games.
Oh yes.
And he and a bunch of like-minded folks have been working on forever, it feels like, a realistic Newtonian physics shooter space game.
Yeah.
Called In the Black.
Oh yes, I remember this. Yes.
And this was a Kickstarter many years ago, and I know I backed it, and I think other people did, but it's always been a back burner game from them rather than something on the front burner, and but I do believe it is finally out.
It is out. Yeah, I got an email about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I need to get around to installing it, because I tried it in one of their very early betas, and you could tell it was a very early beta. And then I tried it again when they had the ships, and it was like, okay, this has got real potential. We just need more people in it. It was a bit like CQC, like that. You know, imagine if you could imagine CQC, but you had full Newtonian physics and thrusters and things like that. But yeah, that's fine. That's finally out. So yeah, that's a good thing, I think.
Cool.
Excellent. Right. Well, in that case, we'll just quickly, do our shout outs. Our sister station, Hutton Orbital Radio, it broadcasts on Thursdays from 8:30. You can tune in at twitch.tv/Hutton Orbital Truckers, or just the audio at radio.forthebug.com. For the discerning commander that likes a bit of CQC action, check out the CQC Discord at discord.me/Elite Dangerous CQC. And we'll also give shout outs to the other Elite Dangerous podcasts, which are the Guard Frequency, who do other space games as well. There's the Loose Screws for all your American Elite Dangerous shenanigans. There's also the Distant Worlds podcast, which I guess will be coming to an end at some point.
Yeah.
You never know. They might
One
keep
more?
it going.
I guess they might do a big finale one. I don't know yet.
Yeah. So following on this, we have the latest Galnet News Digest, as provided by Commander Witherspoon and Commander Beetlejude. And if you speak French...
I just let the funky music do the talking. Thank you.
I almost forgot about the Elite Dangerous podcast, who do these wonderful in-game missions as well, which I will thoroughly recommend. Well, thanks to everybody who's chipped in on the Twitch chat. And do we have any in-game commanders that have kept?
We do. We do. Chris was kept happy by, your words, not mine, Siberius, Stealthy, Admiral Inf Whale, Soccer 42, and Von Vampiris.
Excellent. Von Vampiris.
I don't know what to say.
I know, I have no idea either. So special thanks, of course, go to Commander Tokuso, JN Trax, and Alan Stroud, who all create music that we use on the show. But that's it for another episode of Lave Radio. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, you can find all the contact links in the home/contact us menu of the laveradio.com website. And we love getting your feedback on Spotify. Give us a like, leave a reply, just help us beat the algorithm. Spotify, please go tick. Right. Do let us know. And like and subscribe on YouTube. No, come on.
Wild times.
Oh, don't know what's come over me just there. Do let us know if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like us to discuss in a future episode. Lave Radio is recorded live on a Tuesday evening at 8:30 and streamed out on laveradio.com/live. So, thanks to Ben.
Yeah, I just hope that Siberius gave Chris the happy ending he deserves.
Wow.
Whoa. What a way to end the show. Happily, apparently. Thanks to Alec.
Night, Colin. I mean, yeah, and thanks all. That's the wrong way around, but whatever.
It's just we've been thrown. We've been thrown.
We're done.
Oh, Chris is anyway.
Thanks to Commander Psychic.
Oh, cheers, lads.
And special thanks, of course, goes to today's tech specialist, the Chris Mark IV.
You're welcome.
For the happy ending.
Thanks, Siberius.
So, until next time, Commanders, fly safe. And if you can't do that, fly dangerous.
Is your life like this?
Sounds like someone having an orange inserted. Need a safe word.
Space can be loaded.
I'm gonna see the galaxy.
Damn it. No worries, guys. Hold the fort for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Galnet News Update, 12th of May, 3312. It's been a big week for news in the more distant parts of the galaxy. The Distant Worlds 3 expedition is coming to the end of its 15-stop tour of the galaxy, and colonisation crews working for Project Galtia have started preparing for their next push, which will create colonies more than 10,000 light-years from Sol.
Distant Worlds 3 has been making its way around the galaxy since the 18th of January, visiting a selection of systems of interest. Having visited Beagle Point early in the expedition, it comes as no surprise that the event will formally conclude with a ceremonial parting of the ways somewhere in the gap between Sagittarius A star and Sagittarius B, the supermassive black hole's little brother. Having parted their ways, expedition members will, for the most part, hop back on board one of the 4 fleet carriers for a coach trip back to the bubble. The Pillar of Chister is expected to depart first, with the Odysseus and Distant Suns both following on Sunday the 15th of May. The Fimblethal we'll be heading in a slightly different direction, at a time not yet confirmed, to visit the other famous supermassive black hole, the Great Annihilator, and the Azura Initiative, which is building a new bubble using only fleet carriers. In another year or two, the Azura Initiative might have the opportunity to build proper starports there, because Trailblazer colonisation is heading their way much faster than we here at Galnet News Digest had ever expected.
Most system architects want to colonise a single system and make it their own. A few more adventurous commanders will colonise more, perhaps a dozen. Just a few dedicated teams have made it their work to colonise outwards from the bubble towards some distant goal. The children of Raxla, for example, have been building a string of colonised systems towards the Heart and Soul nebulas and the Zurara megaship. There are colonised systems to the Orion Nebula, the Elephant's Trunk and North America nebulas. Systems around Guardian and Thargoid space have been colonised, and there are 3 long spurs of colonised systems heading east from the bubble. Perhaps the most impressive colonisation effort is that made heading towards the galactic core. A thick trunk route of colonised systems heads due north to the M7 and M20 sectors, where it starts branching into smaller routes heading northwest to the Eagle sector and east to NGC 5315, while the Dukes of Mekun and the Ukrainian Pilots Federation continue to drive due north. The Explorers of Nebudis' project, Galtia, has recently broken away to the northeast, and their latest superhub colony, Plio IM UC-V D2-159, which they know as Ridorana, is currently the furthest colonised system from Sol, at 9,700 light-years distant.
In common with most colonisation efforts of this type, the explorers of Nebudis build a string of outposts, and then every couple of thousand light-years they build a fully developed commercial hub which supplies the commodities needed to drive the colonisation effort still further into the black. When Ridorana is built out to their satisfaction, the next colonisation drive is expected to surpass 10,000 light-years from Sol in a matter of weeks. To celebrate their progress, on Saturday the 9th of May, members of the Project Galtia undertook to build a Dodec primary starport in Ridorana in less than an hour. With 24 fleet carriers and squadron carriers full of the required commodities, the fleet of Panther Clippers managed to complete the build in less than 48 minutes. Technical issues with 4 of the ships and another overheating caused delays, with members of the project confident that they will be able to better their achievement at the next super hub and complete a Dodec build in perhaps as little as 30 minutes.
The Trailblazers initiative has allowed commanders to colonise systems 10,000 light-years from Sol in just 15 months. In another 2 years, it's possible we may have colonised the systems not only around the Great Annihilator, but even as far as the centre of the galaxy, Sagittarius A star. The Distant Worlds 3 organisers have said that no matter how far the expedition travelled, they were never far from home. In another few years, their final waypoint may well have been surrounded by the homes of thousands of commanders as part of a new colonisation superhub, making exploring the centre of the galaxy a very different experience indeed.